Yes, my dear students, today we'll be starting our topic trigonometry. The word trigonometry is divided into two parts. One is trigon, another is metry. And metry, I think you all know, means measure. Now, what does trigono means? Think over. Yes, three sides. Very good. So, three sides means a triangle. We are talking about a triangle and its measurements. And this trigonometry is already started in the ancient periods, like in Mesopotamia civilization and Indus Valley civilization. And it is basically being used for measurement of angles. Now, how these angles being measured? So, in this, we have a triangle in which one of the angle is 90 degree. And this is must, that one angle should be 90 degree. And that one angle we consider. Now let's see how that one angle has a full-fledged trigonometry as a subject in itself. Let's see. So this is a triangle, that is a right angled triangle in which our one angle is 90 degree. And if we say that these two sides, one is perpendicular, another is base. This perpendicular and base, these are the two different sides, and what accordingly the angle. These angle can be any, maybe 45 if it is an isosceles triangle, maybe 30 and 60 if it is a scalene triangle. And I think you all know what is isosceles, what is scalene triangle, and what is a right angle triangle. Yes, very good, you all know. Good. Now see, in this what we see? This we say if it is a isosceles triangle, this angle is 45 degree and this angle is 45 degree, means these both the sides are equal. So angles are also equal. So this is our isosceles, and again this angle is the largest one. And if we have this as 30 degree or 60 degree, again this is the largest angle. So one thing we always keep in mind, in right angle triangle, 90 degree is the largest angle. And this 90 degree, when we see the opposite part of 90 degree, that is also the largest side. So opposite of 90 degree angle is our largest side. We call this largest side as hypotenuse. Now this hypotenuse, and we'll write in short form, that is HYP also, hypotenuse. And this hypotenuse is the largest side in right angle triangle. Rest perpendicular and base may be equal, may not be equal, but this is always the longest side, because we have the longest angle opposite to each other. You must have done the side opposite to the greatest angle is always great, or the largest, and side opposite to the smallest angle is always small. Now here we have a formula known as the Pythagoras theorem. Now what is this Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So when we write this, suppose this perpendicular, this is 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, then what about this? Let's find out. We have to square this 3, we have to square 4 also, and let's see what is the answer. So 9 plus 16 is very good. And the hypotenuse becomes, yes students, good, it is fine. What we had done, we had just taken the square root and we write it fine. So this is hypotenuse, and you see this is again the longest side, that we have proved that this hypotenuse is longer side than this base as well as the perpendicular. Now let's see, there is a little formula A little formula means we have sine, cos and tan. Now what are these sine, cos and tan? Let's see first of all the formula of sine, then cos and then tan. Now we have a small mnemonic. Pandit Badri Prasad Har Bole. Now let's write this. I am writing sine, cos and tan. Now for sine, Pandit Badri Prasad means Har Bole, we are writing below it. So I am going to take the first letters and our formula is complete. This is our first letter. This. So here I have taken P by H in the cos, B by H, and in the tan, P by B. So here we have derived a formula. Sin theta is P by H, cos is B by H, and tan is P by B. Now we write theta with it, and theta here is the angle that we are talking about, the angle. And you know that in a right angle triangle there are three angles, so depending upon that we are using those angles. Now let's see, I am writing theta over here. Now how these angles find out will be, this is our right angle triangle. I am writing here A, B and C, and this is our 90 degree. So what we have here, we are talking about sin theta. Suppose sin theta is P by H. And the theta here is whatever we have here. Suppose this is 30 degree. Now sin 30 degree, we know P by H. In the previous triangle, we derived that this is 3, this is 4 and this is 5. Now I am writing P by H means 4 by 5. For cos theta, I have written B by H means again cos 30, it is 3 by 5. And for tan, it is P by B means 4 by 3. So this way we derive the different values. But if we have to find this sin 30, how we find this sin 30? So there is a certain formula based on which we find the different values. Now let's make that table in which we easily find the values. And there is a little small formula. A very small formula, just to understand, not to remember, not to cram, just to understand. Now let's see. So here I have made a table in which I am going to write the few things, like here I am writing the angle. That this way I have angle 0. These are the different angles I have written. Here I am writing sin theta, cos theta and tan theta. So for sin theta, we have the formula. It is written 0 over here. So 0 by 4, and 0 by 4 means 0. So root of 0 is, answer is 0. Here for 30 degree we have root of 1 by 2. Root of 1 by 4. The answer is 1 by 2. Here we have root of 2 by 4. We cut inside and our answer is 1 by root 2. In the next one, 60 degree, we have root 3 by 4. So the value is root 3 by 2, and in the last we have this value as 1. For the cos theta, we do the reverse. Here we have started from 0, but for cos theta, only this part is to be remembered. We'll write 4 by 4 first. Now let's see. So it is 1. It is root 3 by 2. It is same in both because it is coming in the center. So this is 1 by 2. It is 0. So here we have the values. If you are to put these values and find out the different values, you can use. Now for the tan theta. Tan theta is always sin theta by cos theta. I am writing over here sin by cos. So sin by cos is 0 by 1. Answer is 0. And here we will write it is not defined because something divided by 0 is not defined. So we will write here. Now this is root 1 by 2 divided by 2 by root 3. So these both cancel. Answer is 1 by root 3. Here we have 1 by root 2 and 1 by root 2. Cancel. Answer is 1. Here we have root 3 by 2 and reverse of it, that is 2 by 1. To cancel, answer is root 3. And here we have 1 by 0, means not defined. So girls, students, girls and boys, I think you understood this, that how we frame different values for different angles and we use in our question. So whenever you get your paper, just make this table or be in your mind this table. Once or twice you make this table, you will remember it and it is easy for you to solve your questions of trigonometry in the exam. So all the best for your exams and the rest part we do in our next session. Thank you.